guys. Hey, Barb and Terry.
Hey, Barb and Terry, how you doing?
I think I saw Mackenzie post somewhere for just a little bit ago saying she may be able to make it, but she's
Bible study?
Bible study. I think the Lord's more important than we are.
Yes, yeah, I tend to agree.
Do you?
Tend to agree. Although whoever's scheduling the Bible study might not be.
We're kind of blurry. I don't know that we can fix that.
I don't know, we're blurry tonight. Might be the interweb.
Yeah.
Might be causing that tonight. It just depends on how our service is doing. I mean, I'll dry clean the camera here, but I don't think it's the camera.
That ain't better.
Because I can't even get it to pull up on my phone.
Yeah, I had trouble even getting StreamYard to make this live tonight, so this may be short and sweet. Who knows?
This thing? Yeah.
Okay, you can hear us?
Who knows?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is blur. Yeah, it's got to be the internet doing that because. All right.
So how's everybody? I saw you went to the store today, Terry. I guess it was today. I found some pumpkins. I want to go on the hunt for those too, because I was thinking about that the other day. That it would be good to go find some heirloom pumpkins when they're on sale and like array them and make pumpkin. I don't know.
Pumpkin butter.
Uh-huh.
Pumpkin butter.
And I don't know how to make the powder. You'll have to tell me how to do that. Hey, Shane.
Hey, what's going on, buddy? Long time no see.
Has it been like 10 minutes?
15 or 20.
Okay.
Yeah. Shane and I just came out of the woods, and my little hunting buddy, he's my friend. Miss Kim, how you doing, hon?
Kim?
Yep, Kim's on there.
Okay. Hey.
Miss
I
Barb.
see her now. I didn't
Yeah.
see her. Okay.
Miss Barb said, what you spoke to Miss Barb. How you doing, Miss Barb? And
So you said the blue one is I don't know how to say that, Gerardel? So it wasn't what you thought it was.
Benji, do you want to come here, Benji? Come on. Benji wants
You
to
see
be
our
on the
skinny
live tonight.
dog that looks like
Yeah, he's not over here in the picture yet. He's sitting the other way. Yeah, he looks like he's on crack.
he runs.
Looks like he's a meth addict.
He's really not. We do feed him.
Michael's texting me.
But what?
I think he's texting me about the the ODY, the ODYSEE
Oh.
thing. I think that's what he's texting me about. Shane and I were talking about that the other day. We don't talk about that a whole lot on here.
Y'all laying in the bed beside each other, watching it on separate devices.
Each one of you holding the phone.
It's fine with me.
That's right. That's right. Well, honey, I hope they're laying in the bed with each other. If that's
Well,
what you were
clearly.
referring. Okay.
No, I meant.
If not, I
never
mean,
mind.
don't be calling Shane out like that here on live TV. Hey, Kim let Shane go hunting today.
That's nice of
You know,
him.
he don't get Kim all year. You know, hunting's a big thing to Shane, real big thing to Shane. And bless his heart, Kim lets him hunt about once every other week this year.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Now, I'm just telling you.
Kim, I have your back.
I'm just telling you. About once every other week, the poor fella gets to hunt. Other than that,
Sexy time with the pet way.
it's just sexy. How you doing, brother, man? You doing all right? Can y'all see Ben? What's he looking at? Can y'all see Benji?
They shouldn't be able to see him. Okay.
Here you go.
say anything bad about
Don't be
him.
calling the ASPCA on us or whatever. He looks like he's on meth. You can see every backbone, his spine, his
He
rib.
runs and runs and runs and runs, and I cannot get enough food in him.
We even have him on Bully Max and People Food. So he's not turning. He's staring out the window on the front. He's looking at something out there, but
He doesn't have worms.
no, we wormed him. We did worm him again just in case, but he has such a high metabolism. He's called a Vizsla. He is here. Benji, why don't you turn around and face the camera?
Like, nope.
No, I'm good. But anyway, he is he's a Vizsla. He's very high metabolism. He's a hunting dog. Gun shy. He's a gun shy hunting dog. So you can figure out.
Nathan was like, I'm going to
Yeah.
turn him into a hunting dog.
Yeah, so you can figure out how well that works.
Let me tell you, Benji, when a gun goes off. Earlier, right before you started hunting, you went out and shot guns. I was like, I heard gunshot. I was like, oh my God, I hope Benji's in the house. Oh, he was.
We put him in. We were sighting him in, Shane. You know, the weekend before we went hunting.
Hey, Lala. Hey, Whiskey and Sunshine.
Hey, Shelly, how you doing? Assuming it's Shelly, might be wrong. Your husband might be back in town this week. but assuming it's Shelly,
I have a picture of this too. Okay, so first gunshot in the bed,
he's been just up and in the bed.
Benji. Second gunshot, closer to me. Third gunshot, on top of me. Fourth gunshot, literally
Nose to nose.
in my face.
Yeah, that's just,
Make it
and
stop.
he is a Vizsla is a German breed of a short-haired hunting dog, similar to a Weimaraner, but much smaller framed. But they're supposed to be a hunting dog, and this, if he sees a gun, he takes off.
Yes, does not like guns. He's like, I'm gonna turn him into a hunting dog.
Nathan was going to turn him into a duck dog. Yeah,
that wasn't never gonna work.
Didn't work for him. But he is the dominant male dog around this house. And I remember, guys, I think some of y'all have seen some of my videos where I talk about being the pack leader besides me, and I'm the, that is one thing I get to lead around here. I do get to lead the dogs. They do follow me around. I'm the pack leader of the dogs, and then Angela is the supreme pack leader of everything, including me. But I'm the pack leader of the dogs. But of the dogs themselves, Benji is the pack leader. Even of Henry, who's 5 times his size, and all the ones outside that may be bigger too, that Benji's the macho man on campus, and he makes sure he lets everybody know that. But he is skin and bones right now. Here, look at his, see if we can get another shot. Here, look at his ribs.
Baby, I don't want people to see that. They're going to think we've
They're going to call, okay, look here. Look, I mean, you can play a fiddle on them. But he goes out and he goes running if we don't keep our eye on him. See, look, here's his hip bone sticking out, and he has such a high metabolism. When he goes, we can keep him well fed if he just does normal activities. We keep the meat on him if he runs around and plays with the dogs. But if we take our eyes off of him,
for even a minute, get away from my mess in the background. They don't want to see that.
If he blame it on me like you do everything else.
No, it's on me.
No,
because you can clean too.
Well, the outside is me for sure. But he'll take off and run for miles and miles and miles. He'll come back 14, 15 hours later. And he'll be he burns off everything we've given him. High calorie, we give him people food, people protein, people fat, bully mat. We give him everything. And he'll end up doing that because I hate to keep the dog inside, and he hates to stay inside. We don't have our property fence. We do have a run for him outside, but when I'm out around the property, he goes with me. And if he sees his little buddy, Roofy, who y'all seen outside, he and Roofy go running. If I don't catch them while they're taking off, they're gone. And they do it about 2 or 3 times a week. And so now we're having to keep him inside. When he goes out on a leash right now until he builds himself back up, and then
he's going to quit going out because I can't keep having it happen.
That's your little heart.
I'm afraid something's going to happen to him anyways. I don't like him running, especially during deer season.
Because if he gets found, he pulls his collars off. And, if he gets found out there, somebody's going to think he's a stray because of the way he looks. He looks like he never gets fed. The freaking dog eats twice a day. But he won't eat any extra food. He will eat the same amount of food. I don't care what you put in it. He's going to eat the same amount of food every time.
Hey, Brenda.
Catch up here. Miss Brenda, Michelle. Hey, how you doing, sir? I just missed it. Yeah. So we are, today was a good day. Let's see, what did I do today? I spent a good part of the day over with Travis and Jessica from Homesteading the Right Way, WRIGHT. Everybody on here, I believe, knows that channel.
Not done much lately.
But no, they haven't done a whole lot. They've got a lot going on with the house that they bought. They're also building a house. That is Kinfolk Farm. That is their daughter and son-in-law, and the grandkids that you see over there at Kinfolk Farm. That's Travis and Jessica, their parents, and I spent a good part of the day over there doing some work at their house, helping out with some electrical issues they have, and working on some other things. Do what? We were able to figure some stuff out. We did, mainly what I did today is troubleshoot it so we could figure out what we needed and stuff along those lines. And I helped clean up some wood that he had cut. He and Shane, I believe, had cut up to try to get his driveway, get a little more inside of the driveway. I've got a trailer full of it out there. Nathan and them can burn it. He doesn't have a truck. We don't either, but I had the trailer with me. So Nathan and them can burn some of it in the burn pile, and then some of it will be good wood we can bust up and burn in the wood burner in here. They have a wood burner too with a little jack running around. That's just the worry they don't have to worry about. their heating bill and everything's not bad. So I'll be going back over there on Mondays, probably for the next few Mondays, getting their electrical stuff worked out and getting it. Somebody did some public wire up there.
Like they did at our house?
Yeah,
What's
hey,
the name?
my best same person that
Same
did ours
person did
originally. Yeah.
ours? Oh.
There's nothing unsafe about
I
it.
know,
It's
there
just
was unsafe-
puzzling. Yes, puzzling.
Ours was unsafe.
Yes, ours was unsafe. There's an unsafe. It's just very puzzling. And
So not the same person.
no, it wasn't the same person. It's not unsafe. It's just puzzling. And a lot of troubleshooting to figure it all out.
And we bought this house. We bought it in foreclosure, and honestly, we didn't. Our joke was we're gonna be able to move in the next month.
Oh my Lord!
That
A year
was
later.
A year later.
A year later, we got in.
We finally moved in. We still aren't done with the house.
It's about twice the size it was when a little more than twice the size, I think, than it was when we bought it. Upstairs, if you we did that backwards
yes, but
too.
that was later on, not when we first moved.
Oh
in.
yeah.
Yes, Shelly, I am almost all the way healed up. I would say 85%. Wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah.
My knee?
Yeah, she get her leg up high enough to kick me in the doors right now. So
No, I don't know if I can do that, but pretty close. But
the oven is fixed. Now you talk about at my house. When you say over there, I'm assuming you're talking about at my house, right? Because Travis didn't mention anything about the oven. There was a couple other appliances that I'm gonna take care of over there, but they didn't mention anything about the oven. But my oven's fixed. I fixed our oven.
you weren't here
Is
for
the oven working?
Yes.
You were at the vet, and we had this big discussion last week. You were at the vet getting your distemper shot and your vaccine, your rabies vaccination last week, Darren, when we talked about this. I
have
think.
no idea how he fixed the oven, but the oven is fixed.
Thank you. There you go. You don't need to know. It's working, right?
He didn't actually touch the oven, not once, but the oven is working.
Yes. Okay.
I don't leave the house, so
You stay in the bed a lot.
I would have heard you messing with the oven.
The oven's an electrical appliance. The part that was broken was electrical.
I'm not arguing with you. You didn't ever get the plot. You didn't get the part.
You looked in there to see if it was replaced.
Baby, I know that it's not because you can't do anything by yourself, especially taking part of oven. I would have been in there. Gotta help me. Oh my God, I gotta have help.
I need my tools. Is it working?
It is working, but I know
Okay.
that you didn't physically fix it.
Did I mess with the electrical?
You did, but not in the oven.
So what's not working now?
The microwave.
So the oven is now working.
Now the microwave.
The microwave oven is not, but I know what's causing that.
You think it's gonna snow?
Ooh,
Like right soon?
I hope no. But she's saying that probably because I got the oven working.
Oh.
Oh boy, because I got the oven working. Benji, you're a little bony to be sitting in my lap like that, big guy.
What were we talking about? Oh, the house. So when we bought this house. We bought it in foreclosure, and the part that we're sitting in right now wasn't even here. The part that's the kitchen
Poor electrician.
was the kitchen when we moved in.
You know what you can do, Darren?
It
Bite me.
wasn't the original kitchen. It was like, I think, probably a porch,
Got the oven
but
working.
they turned into a kitchen. But we had to stabilize some stuff. I don't know. So we thought all the most part we were going to do was downstairs. We were going to, because it was like, weirdly, we needed an extra bathroom. There was only, this house is technically a 1-bedroom, 1-bath house.
That's how it was when we bought it, yeah.
With a basement that they added a couple of rooms to. At one time they had where one of the bedrooms is, I think they had roll-up doors or like a garage door that they closed in and put a
they had French doors there.
French doors, yes.
Henry,
and then,
hello. Hey.
So
Hello
we
there.
closed up a couple and made a couple of bedrooms and added a bathroom downstairs
Hello.
and a closet. And we thought most of our work was going to be downstairs, which it was. Wouldn't you say that 90% of our work was downstairs?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So upstairs now, the electrical was,
It was a nightmare.
it truly was. So there was a fan in the living room, which is where our bedroom is now, but there was no switch for it.
It was around.
It did have a plug that ran across the ceiling, down the wall, and around the corner into the hallway to plug in.
He's trying to give you a little bit of attention too.
Hey, buddy. kitchen
Henry, get down.
was on one side. Most everything
Everybody say hello,
that needed
Henry.
to plug in was on one side of the kitchen, but there were no outlets
All right.
on that side of the kitchen.
Everybody say hello. Get down.
Correct?
down.
There were no outlets on that side of the kitchen.
That
There
is
actually
correct.
weren't any outlets in any part of the kitchen.
No.
No. So what they had done,
Imagine a kitchen with no outlets.
but what they did do is
Power strips everywhere.
they had power strips everywhere. They had drop cords like run up under the house
They just-
from one side. No, there was power on this side. There was one outlet in the whole kitchen, but it was so they had a power cord drop from that side. I don't
It went
know.
up underneath, and then they had power strips stuck up.
Yeah, everywhere.
It was a nightmare.
That took a. We went through a lot.
But we got this house in. It was in foreclosure. It had been repossessed. The company out of New York had repossessed it. The bank was out of North Carolina. They didn't know what they were selling. We bought it cheap,
Real cheap.
very cheap on 5 acres. We knew what we were buying. We didn't know the extent of everything, but we got it cheap enough to where it frankly didn't matter. We did think we were going to get in here in a month and be able to live in it.
Yeah,
And-
that was always our running joke.
Yeah, a month. And it's funny, somebody else had looked at it, laughed at us. "No, you just wait. You don't know how good we are." That was the running joke. But we did get it and paid for. The place is paid for, and if we had to do it again, we'd do it again. There's no doubt about it. The other running joke we had is when we moved in, there was one way to get from the basement to the top floor. Our house is one of those that if we ever get the outside cleaned up good enough, you'll actually get a good view of the house. But our house is it looks like a 1-story from the front and a 2-story from the back. And so when you walk in, walk into the house, you're walking in about 4 steps up, walking into the front, and the back looks like it's 2 stories off the ground. But to get up to the top story, the top floor, when we first moved in, you had to enter through the basement, and walk up. It was 30 inches from.
No, we can get in the front.
Oh, I'm talking about if you wanted to. Okay, I didn't mean to make it
Okay.
sound like you couldn't. If you wanted
Okay.
to, if you wanted to come up through the basement to get up to, there was a spiral staircase. It was a actual.
36 inches. It was not 30. It was 30.
It was actually a purchased spiral staircase. It was 36 inches from one side of the spiral staircase, metal spiral staircase, to the other side, with the pole in the middle, which was a 4-inch pole. So that cut it down to 32 inches. Divide that in half, you've got 16 inches. Not about that far. And you're stepping up. Now, Angela and I are both very tiny people. So we had a lot of fun coming up the spiral staircase to get up into the top and back down. Of course, we took that down. Nathan and I actually built the staircase that went in here. But
Tillman Family Farms on here.
who is?
Tillman.
Hey, Chris, how you doing, sir? Very good to see you. Very good to see you. Thank you for joining tonight.
We did a lot of stuff to this house. And he totally built that staircase. Well, him and Nathan did. And Nathan was like 8.
That was the first staircase I'd ever built, too.
It's a good job.
Yeah, and we did an L. Well, we did a winding L platform staircase because we didn't have enough room to go one direction. Either way, we had to turn it because of the way the house is built. So it was nuts.
But the staircase is technically not finished.
Well,
The
the
staircase.
the structural staircase is done.
It's sturdy. It
Oh,
ain't
yeah.
going nowhere.
It's never.
There's no rails, no treads, no risers.
That's trim work.
Yeah, none of the trim work's done on it. No trim work in the
Well,
entire
if
house.
there are treads and risers, because if there wasn't, you wouldn't be able to walk up and down the steps. You can walk up and down them. There's just no
Yes.
rails.
Okay.
It just doesn't have the pretty treads.
Yeah, like normal people.
I've never been called normal a day in my life. Never.
So then we decided when his mom passed away that we were going to add on to the house. And then we added this living room on, which was 18 foot by
30,
30.
18 by 30.
And so in order to do that, we had to dig out underneath the house.
Because we wanted to put it on a full basement. and then we tunneled under the rest of the house to tie into the rest of the basement.
So now we technically have a full basement. It's not hooked, like you can't get from one part of the basement to the other part of the basement, but it's a full basement down there. And
Meaning the original basement and the new basement, the entire house is solid underneath with a full basement, but there is still a block wall that separates the two that we haven't opened up.
And then we had a door, the door that came, well, it's very hard to describe, but this house technically, where our bedroom is now, was the living room, and the actual front door was in that room.
Yeah, the entire house technically faced the other direction.
Yes. And there was a tiny, I don't even know how they had a kitchen there, but I finally realized after living here several years that the kitchen was in this tiny little area that I've like had my office in for years. I couldn't figure out why the plugs were up high. It was an odd place, but that's eventually where we're going to put a bathroom, because there's got to be plumbing under there because there was a kitchen there.
It's so funny. And that's what we talk and laugh about. We added on, Darren, which you're in construction, and I think Chris, obviously you're on a farm. Rick, I know you know how to build stuff, but it's funny as you talk to people, you tell them when they come up, they say, we don't remember this place. I said, well, that's because, people have been here a while. So that's because technically the house was facing the other direction and was half as big, when we moved in. Y'all picked up and turned it? It's all I can do, not try to hand them their sign. Is because no, we didn't pick the freaking house up and turn it, but we had a vision. We did add on to it twice, at least twice, but the vision was there from the get go. So when we finished adding on, the house would not look like it was added on to. We didn't want it chopped up. It
doesn't. From out front, it looks totally solid. That we have a full porch across the front, and the roof line is now all one level, and that took a little bit of work on the inside because there was some unevenness.
Yeah.
But thankfully, the builder, we had someone build the exterior part.
Frame it in.
Dry
it in, yeah.
Which is probably good. So, anyways, it's still a work in progress.
It'll always be a work in progress. And about time the boys got big enough to start moving out and getting on their own is when we finish this huge house that we now have
no need for.
No need for. We'd be fine in a tiny house. And when I say finished, what's left, guys, is the piddly stuff, the trim.
We need to redo a bathroom.
Yeah. We need to redo a bathroom. We need to crown molding, floor, baseboard, door trim, trim, period. Trim, and I can do trim. I can do crown. I can do all that. I just don't enjoy it. So I'm bad about
trim work.
Yeah.
And we need to move our laundry room upstairs, finish a bathroom, and eventually add a bathroom into our room, and then the house will be finished. Well, it's never finished. Y'all know that.
Too many projects.
One day we'll get it done.
If Darren comes over, you think? I don't think we can talk to him into skipping Terry. I don't think we can talk him into that.
I don't think
And
so.
we can talk him into that or Terry into that.
I don't think so.
He's got skills too.
I wouldn't ask him to do that.
No, I wouldn't either. No, he definitely wouldn't.
Okay, so we're going to talk about something. I don't know if y'all saw
Hey, MB.
the live that I scheduled.
I've been seeing your text come across. I was going to ask when we were done if you didn't come on, but I did see your text come across in the last few minutes, partner. I did, yeah. We were just talking about a carpenter visiting, but you're not going to have time, brother. You can certainly come give me ideas, but I'll just say, yep, that's what I need to do.
He knows what he needs to do, and he knows how to do it. He just doing it and having the money to do it. I mean, honestly, there's been as life is going on. We spend the money on this or this, and sometimes the house just wasn't that important.
And that's why our stuff's paid for. We didn't finance our additions. We paid for the core property and the small tiny house that we bought originally, and nothing else was financed.
We don't typically pay for what to be done either. Pay Suburban Homesteader.
Hey, how you doing?
We don't typically pay for work to be done either.
We are doing
The only
fabulous tonight.
the only thing that we did have to pay, we did pay somebody to dry this in and to put any of our roofing
Because it was, yeah.
because it's very steep. And we just, that was the only two things we could have dried it in, but it would just have been, it'd have been too much for us to do that. But
It'd have taken too long to get it done.
and the one thing when we did this house that we paid somebody to do was finish the drywall in the kitchen.
And that's the one thing that got screwed up.
Yes, I could have just done it myself.
Mm-hmm. That
and
it
it
is.
Been done a better job.
Suburban Homesteader, thanks so much for stopping by, and we certainly appreciate it. It's great to see you tonight. Great to see you. Henry, just tell her hi from over there. I know it's new. I know you hadn't seen her in a while. You just tell her hi from there, honey.
Okay, so we have a new series happening.
Yes, we do. Quit. Go on.
I'm sorry. If you're new here, we have a toddler.
A very needy 165-pound toddler, Great Dane. But we're starting a new series. It's actually starting next week. And some of you guys will be contacted about continuing the series along with us as well.
Hey, bud. And if you want to, you can let us know if that's something you want to do.
Yes, we're taking volunteers as well. And if we don't get enough volunteers, then we'll be happy to contact you and ask you if you'd like to join in.
Yes, this is our toddler dog.
This is Henry, which
Hey,
I think just about everybody on here's met Henry, but
say hello, Henry.
we're talking, the camera's out, and Henry is aware.
Hey, buddy. Okay. All right, Kim.
I can build you a pole barn bathroom with automatic water.
Can you
Henry, get down.
Get down. Get down.
Go.
I know.
Go sit down.
Get down.
You see them puppy dog eyes you just give me?
Yeah.
Go sit down.
Get down.
Go.
Oh, y'all should see him. Y'all really should see his face.
Bless his heart.
So sad. He is adorable. Thank you. He is a brat too, is what he is.
Yes, bless his heart. Henry, go sit down now.
I wish they could see his face.
Yeah, I mean, he gives you the puppy. He lays his ears back. Gives you the big old puppy dog eyes whenever we tell him to do something. He thinks he's disappointed us or he's in a little bit of trouble or he wants us to feel bad for him. He's good at that.
Look at him. Pitiful.
So you want to tell them about the series that we're starting next week?
Yes, it's going to be called, we're calling it Creekside Chat.
Where we get that name from?
I don't know.
Three Creek Farms.
Oh, is that
Okay,
where it came from? I didn't know.
Okay.
I'm sure they could have figured it out too. So next week, it's going to be with Adrian at the Dree Journal.
Adrian Farmstead Smith from the Dree Journal.
She's going to be joining us here to talk about her channel and her move and whatever else we want to talk about.
That's right.
Maybe your cat. So, but if y'all, if you see I'm going to put a post in a community post. And if anybody wants to ask her any questions, you want to know something, put a question in there.
Shoot us an email. Because we're gonna, there's a lot of channels, and I'm not taking away from any channels. I think it's really important. There's a lot of channels that bring on other channels to talk with them, to help their YouTube channel out, to help the channel they're bringing on, or the channel that is doing the interviewing's YouTube channels, to get people to know more about the community. Angela and I have been struggling for a while trying to figure out how we wanted to do it and who we wanted to do. And I kept trying to I wanted to do something along the lines of Community Corner, something along those lines. But you type in Community Corner and you search it, and it blows up YouTube because there's so many of them. And I'd love to say ours is going to be different. I'm not vain enough to think that. What I wanted to capture more than anything, especially starting out in our series that we're going to do. So for those of you that we're getting some of you up for sure, because there's several channels that have made a big difference to Angela and I, that some of you don't even know it. Like, for instance, Adrian didn't know it. That have made a big difference to Angela and I, that have made a big difference in the back of our mind or on the creativity side, on why we started our YouTube journey, or what helped us in our YouTube journey, or may have influenced us in our YouTube journey. So that thought process went into us starting what we're doing. It doesn't matter if the channel has 100 subscribers or 100,000, a million subscribers. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Grab somebody that had a million subscribers. But for one reason or another, the channels that we're kind of spotlight from the front are personal to us for one reason or another, because of something that hit us from the get-go, from when they started or when we started, and they're personal to us, or there's something that has changed in their YouTube channel as well, something that hit us personally for one reason or another, and those are the ones we want to spotlight. If they had a personal connection with us, maybe they will with somebody else as well. So there's not going to be a super structured format to it. We just want to bring it out, and maybe they'll get that same connection. The community, we've talked about it several times. We felt it so strong when Angela was in the hospital and going through what she's gone through. The community connection is what we felt more than anything. That's what's kept us going here in YouTube, and what's kept us going in life a lot over the last year. And that's what we want to try to get out of what we're doing, is if one person connects with whoever we bring on, or vice versa, that's one more connection that's happened that hits somebody in the heart. And that's what that's what we want to try to get out of this. So we're going to throw up, like Angela said, that on the community post, who's coming in. We'll give everybody about a week notice on who's coming in ahead of time. And you can email me questions, email us questions to put out there. You can throw them up on that tab if you have any personal questions, and we're going to take it as it goes. We may even bring people up on the panel to talk with our guests as we're there. Just depends too on how our speed goes. As y'all can see tonight, we're blurry tonight, and it's because it's not because of our equipment. It's because our speed's so slow tonight. It's the World Wide Web, and we don't have very good bandwidth here. So it just depends on how it's going to go each night, and when we're going to do it. And how the web is how it goes. We're going to start now. How frequent we're going to be doing these right off the bat there, hon? You don't remember what we talked about?
I do. You had a lot to say.
Is that unusual? Okay.
Every other week. We're hoping every other week is what we're hoping, and maybe it just depends on who says yes.
Hey Doug, how you doing?
Get people in, but I'd like to do it every other week, and then just have a regular live. Every other week, obviously.
So that's what we're shooting for now. And if we end up not being able to get people to come on, or people are busy or whatever, then it is what it is. We're just trying to touch people as we can.
Okay, Lala, you can come build anything you want, Rick, at our house. Okay.
Most definitely.
I almost thought that I was not going to get James away from your home when you took him to the shop. I thought, oh, we're stuck here. We're going to have to live here.
That's right. There's no doubt. It's Suburban Homesteader. Well, it's funny about our logo. We were not supposed to be the ones designing it. We ended up being the ones that designed it. We ended up sending it off to Fiverr. Fiverr is who actually on paper did the designing, but
he technically did the work, but we pretty much came up with everything.
Yeah, we came up with it, told him how we wanted it, and we had to go back through so many revisions and tell him, no, put this here. No, we don't like that. We will recommend. We will definitely would not recommend the designer that we had, but we did not go on there and leave a negative review or anything to that effect. There was a big language barrier there.
We're pretty sure.
Yeah,
that was the issue.
The big language barrier there. If we went back to Fiverr, we didn't overpay for it. We don't feel like the price was very reasonable, but it took us, I'd say, almost 3 weeks to finally get it done.
And it wasn't because it should have.
No, it was because what we had in our mind exactly what we wanted. I'm just not a graphics designer, and Angela's not a graphics designer, and we ended up getting about what we wanted, but it took entirely too long to get there. We had some local YouTube friends that we were going to talk to about designing as well, but the one of them was extremely busy and trying to get into their new house and trying to get things settled out. And another one was in and out of the hospital, and just there was too much going on. So the price with Fiverr wasn't bad, but I would certainly make sure that if anybody goes that route, that they definitely get in English speaking, English writing. And it's only because what we had done for a good price, definitely was a good price. What we had done, we could have been done in 3 days.
Yeah.
Easily, because we already had in our head what we wanted.
Well,
we just
that's
needed
not
somebody
quite true.
to put it in the files, in the vector files for us. And so it's our mind. That's our picture that we had in our mind. We just didn't technically do it ourselves. If that makes sense to you, that's what we had in the back of our mind. We just need somebody to design it for, put it in the file for us.
Hey, Twinbrook. That's who's on Twinbrook Acres. Yes. Hello,
Yep.
Twinbrook
Hey,
Acres.
Twinbrook, how you doing tonight?
So yeah, well, I'll say this: when we first went, we really didn't know what we wanted, and then when the first drawings that were all basically the same of supposed to be
Supposed to be 5 different proofs.
They were basically the same thing in 5 different variations, and I was like, this is in no way. It was too much detail, and then I got to thinking about it, and I was like, okay, I think we can do something like this. So I went back to them. It was a mess, but we finally got it, and it was what we wanted, and I'm really glad it worked out.
Oh boy, it looks like Lala's fixed to be some happy campers.
Wow.
They're getting some artwork from MB, and I'm catching just a little bit of it. But I know if they're getting some artwork from Michael, it's going to be gorgeous. And Rick, I know you're on here. Kimberly, if you happen to be listening, I just flat loved watching Kimberly playing with the pigs. That is straight up and down something I would do. Laying on the floor playing with the pigs. That is right up our alley. I loved that short that you threw out there. That's awesome. That was off. Y'all have not seen that. You've got to get over to Lala. Lala, you're welcome to throw that link up there for throw that link up there for the short that I'm talking about. I loved it. Just you can't beat it. And Duroc pigs are awesome pigs. One of our biggest boar right now is a 100% registered Duroc boar, and he's 14 months old, and he's a big teddy bear. He's a big baby. Uncle Jesse's his name.
He does do beautiful artwork. He did a piece for Brooke.
Yes, he did.
For a tattoo, which she gotten that tattoo?
She hasn't gotten it yet. No,
okay.
No, she hasn't gotten it yet. She's still working on. She has a whole system on when she's going to get it.
I got you.
She has a whole plan for her body, and
yeah, James is not into that, and I really could care less. But I would not. I'm not into tattoos. I've never been. I have thought about them a few times, but I'm really a big wuss. So unless I have to be in pain, I'm not going to be.
You're in enough pain, baby.
I am. I don't.
Yeah, you stay in enough pain. You don't need to inflict. You don't need self-inflicting pain. He does beautiful artwork. That is for sure. For sure. So we're looking forward to Whiskey and Sunshine. They saw that. So Shelly saw the video as well of Lala playing with the goats. That's for sure. And Doug, definitely. I know you stay busier than I do, Doug. So you're welcome to call me anytime. If I can't answer, I'll shoot you a text, or I'll shoot you a text. I'll holler back at you later. But you're busier as far as you have a professional life as well. Something that I'm not blessed with right now. So on top of your homestead life. So you call me, Doug, anytime. We'll chat pigs. Just beware whenever we start chatting. I'm liable to be on the phone with you for a while, because pigs are my favorite. They're my favorite animal.
Like a pumpkin farmer with an orange shirt, and he did just go hunting. This is
yes,
an outfit.
That's right. That's right. This is my hunting outfit with my bibs. You know, my physique lends itself to my pants falling off. Mm-hmm. Big belly, no butt. So bibs and suspenders work very well with my physique. I think that's why they designed them well before my time, because they knew I was coming.
Or there were a lot of men shaped like you.
You think? You've been looking at a lot of men?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
You're thinking about getting a CB's tat in honor of your grandfather? Okay. CB's. Those are the little... Your dad had them. They're
yes.
The little... Yes, okay.
Yes. It's a Navy tat.
Right. Okay.
My youngest son, Nathan, he is 20... No, he's not.
Our youngest 22.
So you're gonna laugh at me, and you couldn't even get it right.
I'm sorry.
No.
I thought you were talking about
our youngest son Nathan, he's going to get a tattoo, and I told him whenever he gets up, whenever she decides to do it, he'll probably reach out to Michael. But maybe a couple of years down there, whenever. But my dad was his hero as well, and my dad was a seaman, and so he was on the first nuclear powered submarine, and but he wants to get a tattoo on his forearm here, and Nathan does, and he wants to have the one Sailor Rest Your Oars, and he already has the design that he wants, and he's going to have dad's name, and his lifespan dates and stuff like that. I don't know exactly what it is, but he wants to have it on his forearm, and he wants to say Sailor Rest Your Oars or something to that effect. So he's psyched up about that as well.
Rick, thanks for joining.
Appreciate her. Hey, Jake, none of you texts on the back 20. How you doing, sir? Thanks for stopping by, Rick. Glad you're able to come in. I know you've been busy with work lately, buddy. Appreciate you stopping in.
Your son wants to do tattoos, learn how to do tattoos.
Who's that?
Terry.
Oh, Terry. Oh, okay.
I could never figure out what to put on my skin permanently. Me either. That's the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just never had something that I was like, yeah, I want this on my body forever.
Maybe. There you go, Doug. That'd be a perfect one. Absolutely. That would be a perfect one.
And I'm not, see, the one thing I don't like about tattoos is the like dark lines. I'm not into those.
Yeah, you're more into the watercolor.
I like a watercolor tattoo. I've seen several of those that I would really like, but not a ton of people do them. They're not.
Mm-hmm.
They're not every tattoo artist does those.
It was funny.
That would be a good prison tattoo.
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking that, Doug. I didn't know if maybe you got yourself in trouble, and that's why you were thinking about that, and you just weren't telling us about it. I wasn't gonna say anything out here on the live, though. I wasn't gonna call you out like that.
You want a simple tattoo, Terry? Like what? Yeah,
if you were to get a tattoo, Terry, if you could go right now and get whatever tattoo you wanted, what would it be? Yeah, some of the tribal tats look good, Doug. They really do.
I have thought about something like in the, I don't know if anybody's ever seen the watercolor tattoos, but they're what they sound like. They look like watercolors.
We get rounded up and put in a re-education camp.
What?
They're going to round us all up. The government has put us in re-education camps. That's right. Dragonfly with 2 butterflies or a rose. Yeah,
that'd be nice.
That'd be nice. That would be.
I don't know what I would want, like a flower or a dragonfly, and something to do with pain. Like,
it's gonna hurt, especially if you get it put there.
No, I don't.
I know what you mean, because you have chronic pain. Yeah, I ain't going to prison or re-education camp. Texas, big state. There's a lot of outback there in Texas. A lot of places you can escape, right, Jake? They have to find you first, don't they?
Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Money Pit. How you doing, Lisa?
That's what our name of our home switched to Money Pit.
I used to chat with them about that when we first started following each other. They're in Kentucky, in the middle of nowhere, Kentucky.
Near where we lived in Kentucky or somewhere else?
No, they are in central Kentucky. Y'all are off the BG Parkway, I can't remember. Aren't y'all close to the the central Kentucky off the BG Parkway somewhere, if I remember correctly? Lisa, I can't remember exactly where. I just remember when I did find out where y'all were. We
lived in West Virginia. We didn't live in Kentucky. We lived just right on the Huntington.
Near
Huntington.
So they're off the BG Park or something. Yeah, they're more in the central Kentucky, not on the interstate system.
I don't know where that is.
Real pretty. We used to take the BG Parkway.
We did?
Well, no, not from, you wouldn't have.
Is that one road we took because we thought it was going to be shorter that one time?
No, that's not the road we took when you were navigating. No.
I didn't know. That's
no.
not how that happened.
No, if you were going from, say, Nashville and going over toward where we live in West Virginia, you would take the Bluegrass Parkway.
Okay.
You cross over, you would go up out of Nashville into Kentucky and on 65. And once you got over into Kentucky, you would hit the Bluegrass Parkway, which runs northeast and comes out in Lexington. Lexington is where if you take I-75 up, the way we go out of Knoxville, we get I-64, and we take that over to where we lived. Bluegrass
But
Parkway,
we always mix Lexington. 'Cause
we take 627 around. Yeah, the bypass. The Bluegrass Parkway is a beautiful, and then on the other side of 65, going across Kentucky, there's another parkway, and I can't remember. I know Money Pit knows all of them, but there's 2 or 3 different parkways that run through the heart of Kentucky that are not on the interstate system.
Tamales.
Ooh, tamales and a do.
I'm not a fan of tamales. Don't tell our neighbors that.
Got that? Isaac figured that out when we didn't buy any last time.
Oh, okay.
Because he wanted me to give him a pork butt, and then they would just give us tamales because we buy tamales. I said no, we're not gonna buy any tamales this time. Oh, okay, I understand.
Was he upset?
No.
Okay.
No,
but I do like the tacos that she makes.
Yes.
I just the lady,
Shelly fried up, pan fried, talking about iron skillet fried, Doug. We never have got the tamales, Terry. We just hadn't gotten into them. Our neighbor across the road, he's from Mexico originally, and his mom was raised. He wasn't raised in Mexico, but his mom was raised, everything in Mexico, and they're all now. She lives in Texas, close to the border. So whenever she comes up here, she does authentic Mexican cooking. She home makes the tortilla. Everything is homemade. And she did tortillas, burritos, and tacos one time, and we love them. Tore them up. And then she got to where she was making tamales when she comes up, because Isaac will actually go to what I call Little Mexico around here, like little Chinatown there, and every city has, and he'll sell her tamales because they're home, they're authentic Mexican tamales, and she makes everything from scratch, and they sell very well, and she'll take the money back with her. And Isaac said it works out real well for her because he buys everything for her, and then she takes all the money. And we were buying them just because we bought the burritos and tacos and all that. We bought tamales from her, but we just never got into the taste of the tamale. We tried 3 or 4 different times out of respect to her and Isaac and everybody else. And then the last time we told them, no, never mind. We just won't get, and then we just won't get the tamales anymore. Till they crank up the mariachi band on a Friday night. So that's right. Luckily, we're not in the neighborhood. You're right.
We don't live in a neighborhood.
That's right. Tamales are like bacon. Yes, they are. They're their own food group. That's a perfect way to describe it, Jake. Perfect way to describe it. Rick, we will see you later. Is Rick still on here? We'll see you later, sir.
Oh, he already left.
Okay. That's just Doug. He's behind. Telling him bye-bye, probably.
But, huh? Oh, Doug said that tamales don't come close to bacon. I'm going to have to agree to that.
Yes. The only comparison is that they're their only food group. But I agree, they're not anywhere close. Doug, I
just don't know. They're mushy. I don't know if maybe we just didn't. They're mushy, and the texture is just, I don't know what's so good about them.
Yeah, we never grabbed a hold to them. That's for sure. No, never did. Never did. They get close in Texas, Doug. Close. Maybe it's a Texas versus a Mississippi thing, Doug. Maybe that's what it is. You got to understand. Jake probably has a lot more authentic tamales over in Texas than we get in 2 states over there, Doug, where you live. I know he had. Yeah, the inside. I mean, these are authentic, but the inside, and I don't know if mushy is the word. It's whatever, I guess, the base, if that's the right word, the filling.
Like a masa. No, the filling.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just wasn't very good to me.
Yeah.
We just didn't like it, and it was both of us that didn't like it. So.
But man, when she makes the homemade tortillas or the homemade tacos, and he does a lot of Isaac will have cookouts over there where he does the homemade mine's blank here. So we get talking about food and I just lose it.
I like when Isaac cooks.
Yeah, I love some Mexican food.
I'll sneak over there just to eat. I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm your daughter.
Our dear Lord in heaven eats bacon tamales. Now, if you put bacon in a tamale, put enough bacon in a tamale, I believe I could eat that.
I don't know.
Yeah, because you could just put all bacon inside of a tamale. Just nothing but bacon. You're making. Hey, Doug, maybe we can have a Freaky Food Friday, and just have a bacon tamale, and I'll eat that, but I don't know how to cook it. They get crazy with their Freaky Fruit Fridays.
Yeah, they can keep it too.
Yes, they get crazy with them.
I don't like eating weird stuff. Man, we do eat weird stuff. I mean, I guess people might think it's weird. Like, we eat peanut butter, mayonnaise, banana sandwiches.
It's good stuff.
It is good.
Oh yeah, it's good stuff.
You eat that Fluffernutter and peanut butter sandwiches. That's disgusting.
Yes, and that's Simply Jan's poor kid snack. Was peanut butter and Fluffernutter. I want to do that collab, by the way, just because I want to show what my poor kid snack was.
I didn't have any. Our poor kid snack was an apple.
That's because you were Silver Spoon. You didn't have a poor kid snack. You almost said that. That's right.
We didn't really eat a lot of snacks.
PB and mayo. Well, I don't like just PB and mayo, Terry. I like to
With
put a banana
bananas.
between it.
Bananas. PB, mayo, and banana.
That's right. This Friday they're doing peanut butter, bacon, and banana.
That might be good.
Yeah, that might be. So no other sauce on the other. No mayonnaise, no jelly, no Fluffernutter, no nothing. Just the peanut butter, bacon, banana. That's it, Doug. Right?
Mayo bread.
Who else was that? Somebody else.
Lauren.
Oh yeah, does Lauren the one like just mayonnaise and bread?
Yeah, I think that she got that from her other grandparent.
Still no. Terry said still no. The Elvis sandwich. Oh, is that what it's called? The Elvis sandwich, Doug? I caught last Friday. It's funny. I went over to Travis's today, and Travis, a long time no see. I said, "Oh man, I see you every Friday. If I catch you live in time, he's on the Freaky Fruit Friday live with Doug every Friday."
Oh, okay.
And Travis is into he's into
What's
that.
a lingua taco?
A what?
Lingua taco.
Lingua.
I don't know.
Need to try lingua tacos. You're going to get us the phonetics behind that, Doug. The Elvis sandwich.
The PB bacon and banana is good, Terry says. It does sound good. That is something
Yeah.
I would probably eat.
PB
for
bacon
sure.
and banana. Yeah.
If you've never tried the PB
Okay.
oh,
Beef
yeah.
tongue.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I don't know about eating the tongue.
Lingua. Okay.
Lingua. Okay, that's how it's pronounced. Lingua. Okay.
So,
Lingua talk. Okay.
it,
There you go, Money Pit. I'm with you,
if
Lisa.
you've never tried the peanut butter, mayo, and banana, you should give it a go.
Got to try it.
At least once.
hmm The mayonnaise helps the peanut butter banana slide down your throat better.
Yep. Doesn't
It keeps the bread from sticking to your mouth and everything else. Just
it's like a tangy. It's tangy. It's not like it's not like it's not the main flavor that you taste.
yeah, that's correct. Now, Darren, no offense to you, you're my brother, and I love you, brother, but I would try lingua based on Doug's recommendation before I would try it based on your recommendation. I've seen some of the stuff you eat over there.
Who?
Darren says beef tongue is good. I would try beef tongue based on Doug's recommendation from his way homestead before I would try it based on Darren. I've seen some of the stuff Darren eats. He eats some freaky stuff over. He eats stuff we didn't even heard. Orca. To me, orca's a damn whale. It's not a freaking sweet potato. There's all kind of stuff he eats over there that I don't even know where you can get it from.
Freaky Friday food will be Admiral Special: fried shrimp, boiled shrimp.
Projects with Paul. Thanks for joining us tonight, sir.
I was there with you until the coconut pie.
What did Jake say?
I just put it right there. My Freaky Friday.
Oh, okay.
Friday food will be Admiral Special: fried shrimp, boiled shrimp, lobster, crab legs, and coconut pie.
Oh yes, I'm with him 100% until you get to that coconut pie.
We just don't do coconut around here.
We used to eat beef tongue every spring in Maryland.
Jason from Cog Hill says that beef tongue is good.
Not freaky at all, Jake. Mom used to love coconut. Does David like coconut?
I don't think so.
I thought one of our kids liked it.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. I just don't like. I actually don't mind the flavor so much as the texture. I don't like the texture of it.
I got you.
Because like I can do stuff like with cream of coconut in it and stuff. I just don't like the texture. But you don't like the taste of it at all.
Did our sweet potato video get out yet?
Nope.
That's the one that's been uploading for 3.5 days now.
Then it quit uploading.
I love our internet. You're gonna have to take it somewhere and upload it. I'm excited about our sweet potato. Well, y'all check out our sweet potato video when it comes out.
I've tried to upload it for 3 days now, and then it quit uploading today, so I had to re-upload it again. So maybe this week sometime. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll have to go take it.
we're excited about our sweet potatoes that we didn't really know were there.
You're with me, Doug, on the texture. It's just the texture of it. It's just a weird.
That's my problem. Yeah, the texture.
You don't like the taste of it.
Yeah, but the texture's worse.
It is worse. It is rude.
Like coconut milk or coconut water, I can handle it. But you get into solid coconut, I can handle it. I'm not a fan of it, but I can handle it.
Yes, chunks are a little bit better. I've had chunks in Hawaii, and they are pretty good. But yeah, the shredded coconut, it's got a weird texture. And everything, once you put shredded coconut in it, you say everything will sound good, and then you got shredded coconut. Nope, I'm out.
Yeah, everything's healthy with coconut,
Yeah, that sweetened shredded coconut, probably half
everything
sugar, half
is
coconut.
healthy. Everything's healthy. I guarantee you, Darren's got a dish with coconut and pumpkin in it. There's no doubt in my mind. He's got some kind of dish. Go ahead and tell us what it's called, Darren. I guarantee you've got it. See, well, he needs coconut to make curries. I know you got some kind of dish that's got coconut, pumpkin, and oregano in it. You can probably got one that you can throw some oregano in with it too, Darren, and use all three of those. Oh boy. Let's talk about trends real quick now. Now, what trend have I gotten on lately watching on YouTube?
Oh my God.
I've gotten stuck on watching cow hoof trimming. I love watching
cow hoof trimming.
No, it's cow hoof trimming. What were you gonna say? I love watching cow hoof trimming on YouTube. The Hoof GP, Nate the Hoof Guy. There's several of them.
Yeah, that's all that pops up on our feed now.
That's the problem. Is once you watch them, it knocks everything off you. I've got to go to my personal page and watch them now. I need to do that so that it stops taking over our feed on YouTube. But I've gotten into watching cow hoof trimming videos, and it's mesmerizing. I love watching it. I love watching them trim hooves.
You can make us a pumpkin curry.
See, no doubt. Does it have coconut and oregano in it?
I didn't know that curry had to have coconut in it. I've never had curry. I've always wanted to try curry.
Terry, you are 100% correct there, hon. Yeah, there's no way you could live. None of us could. Yeah, the way Darren can cook, yeah. Darren could. Whether I like the ingredients Darren's putting in something or not, there's really not any doubt in my mind that it's going to taste good. You are 100% correct.
Kit airplanes and flight school videos. See, and I watch. What do I watch, James? What's my secret?
Oh my Lord, she watches, and ladies, pimple popping videos. She goes, I'll turn over and look. Now, that's disgusting, Angela. Why are you watching that?
Videos.
She gets on pimple. I thought I should because I don't even like to see the thumbnails for the pimple popping videos. So you have to watch that on your own page.
I do watch it on my own page.
Yes, and I'll try to do that with because it just takes over your feed.
I know, I'm weird. You have to it's just one of those things.
Yes, thank you, Lisa. Okay, so Angela says all females watch that.
Terry says they're cool to watch.
Obviously, Lisa at Money Pit agrees with me.
Doug likes them too.
Doug likes it too. That's people say it's ASMR.
It's relaxing.
Oh God, not to me. It's disgusting.
Nah.
But there are a lot of abscesses and digital dermatitis and stuff like that on cow. But it's not. No, it's not. You sit there. It's not popping little pus-filled volcanoes.
It's not really what I like.
What the pimple popping is. It's disgusting. Pimple poppings are so cool to watch. That's the rabbit hole she goes down into. It is nasty. But so okay, anybody else have any?
Yes, and Terry, that's the thing. I mean, you'll be like, okay, they're done. Nope.
Another one pops up. Anybody else have any little rabbit holes they run down on YouTube that's very far from what we normally watch? What you think we would watch? At least hoof trimming has something to do with farming,
Look up the infective tattoo on a guy's back. Ooh, I don't know about that. Oh, that'd be scary.
Oh boy, that'd be something. Look, I'm sure I bet Michael's seen those before.
Too many rabbit
Too many rabbit holes to count.
I get on her. I
Tamales to popping pimples. You never can
you
tell
never
what
tell what you're gonna get.
we're gonna
Now,
get.
the other thing I like to watch is Dollar Tree DIYs. Dollar Tree DIYs, and I watch
Firewood videos.
I like a lot of van life videos. I watch a lot of van lifers and travel videos.
2 people for firewood videos. Now, projects with Paul and Terry, are y'all talking about like splitting firewood, burning firewood? Are you talking about the big firewood machines to split them or hand splitting? What are y'all talking about there, guys, with the firewood videos? Dumpster diving, Terry. Now, I've seen those. Yep.
Lipoma. That's right.
What's a lipoma?
It's just a bump, babe. It's just.
Oh, my Lord. Y'all are nuts. Oh, my God.
I don't like the foot problem videos either. No, me either.
I do if it's on a hoof.
I'm aware.
So firewood. Yes. So I guess Terry likes all the firewood videos. Oh yes, his way. I like some of the machines they have. I like the machines they have for processing the firewood processors. Those are cool.
The what?
They're called firewood processors, where you can process a cord of firewood in 20 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, they'll split the firewood up for you.
Hoarders makes you feel so much better about yourself. My house isn't that bad now. Yes, we love watching tiny homes and container homes. We'll go through videos. We'll lay in bed watching those. I'll be like, we got to turn off the TV, babe.
Yes, we're with you there, Lisa, 100%.
I don't like surgery videos. I can't do those.
But I can't watch them operate on eyeballs. The wood splitting machines it's crazy how quick they can do them, how much it can do.
With the Morgans has a cool firewood setup.
Yes, they do. I hadn't watched them in a while, but I watched them when they first started doing that, and I hadn't watched it since they've gotten it rolling. But Outdoors and Morgan's a great channel. They're a great channel.
We had talked about selling this house to our son if he ever wanted to, and us building a tiny house or container house
back on our creek.
On the creek. So we would be okay in a tiny house now.
Yeah,
we really only spend most of our time in 3 rooms. So.
Yeah,
a local lady was on Hoarders, and then we saw her at a restaurant. My wife wouldn't let me get a photo with her. She was a celebrity. Had a reason to be a celebrity. You're like, honey, can I go?
Not a rabbit hole, but I got a Home Depot from Twin Brook Acres. Not a rabbit hole, but I got a Home Depot shopper survey in my email. They never bought anything. Looked for a part online, went in the store and bought another. So how did they get my email?
What? That makes sense.
Twin Brook Acres. Home Depot shopper survey. Huh.
I'm going to build a container house in Grantville. Oh.
Who is?
Project Paul.
I forgot Paul was close. Yeah, I forgot you were close. That's right. I forgot you were close, Paul.
You built a container house with 6 containers? Wow. We were talking about 2 containers. 2 containers and 2 larger containers, and then a small container for laundry room, storage room kind of thing. That's what we were talking about.
Paul, you gonna do it in the Grantville city limits? You gonna have to go through Grantville, or you gonna have to go through Coweta County?
Adrian, yes, we're still on. We're probably gonna be getting off soon.
Hey, Adrian, how you doing?
We were talking about. We had talked earlier about you coming on next week. I set up the live. I was going to send you some stuff in your email about it, so you could share it.
In the city, okay. So, because I was curious, Paul, about with Coweta County being the way they are. We used to live in Noonan in Coweta County, so I was curious, Paul, how they would do as far as the building codes go. So, Grantville, I can see them being more laid back.
Share it, please. So, I know in Heard County, which is obviously where we live, you can't have, technically we can't have a tiny home.
That's correct. In Heard County, it has to be minimum of 1,000 square feet.
Yeah, so if we built one, it would not be. Anyways, it'd just be a shop.
It'd be a shop.
It'd be a shop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'd be a shop. Did we say, we didn't say that?
No.
No, we didn't say that on live. No, we didn't do that. We didn't do that. Did you see? You saw Adrian's latest page for the bees?
I did.
Yeah, she can do some art.
Yes, she can.
She can do some art.
I'm always impressed with people that can draw because I really can't draw a stick person.
I can draw a stick person. It's gonna look like it has a few broken body parts, but
It's sad.
I can
It's sad the
draw
extent of my drawing. I think my granddaughter can draw better than me. Noonan is the home of Alan Jackson.
Yeah, he actually grew up the side of the county that we live on. The side of the county, Al Jackson grew up about where his mom that just passed not too long ago, and the house he grew up on was only about 8 miles from where we live now. We live on the side of Heard County. We live on is on it butts up to the side of Coweta County that Alan Jackson lives on. He talks about the Chattahoochee River way down yonder on the Chattahoochee. He used to come in and out. The Chattahoochee comes right through Heard County. That's where he used to come in and out of. Is down here by where we are.
And he talks about Thigpen Road.
That's close to us. That's where we used to take our trash when we were growing. I was growing up.
Well, I didn't. Live
You
in
didn't, yeah.
I didn't live in Heard County then. But Thigpen Road is right up the road from where we live. Probably 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
We're
And
big
his
Alan
aunt-
Jackson fans.
His aunt is related to him. Everybody's probably related to him in some way. But
Yeah, Aunt Fran. What did she say? It's her mom, and
his mom,
his mom's mom, or sisters or something like. I don't remember. Yeah,
cousins or something.
yeah.
They're
I think
like third.
they're second or third cousins somewhere. But all of the since you brought him up, Barb, if you remember his song, "The Little Man," I love that song because it's so personal. Little Man, he talks about all of the stores in Noonan that he grew up with. He talks about Johnson Hardware, Morgan Jewelers, Lee King, the Soda Fountain Shop. All of the stores he talks about are the stores that I used to go into with my daddy on the square in Noonan. Noonan was a very small town when I grew up there. And all of the story, and he talks about how, the Walmart, we didn't have a Walmart. And, but Walmart came in and shut them down. The big boys came in and shut them down. Shut down all the small hometown shops. And, but all of those stores, I have fond memories of every one of them with my dad, with my mom, but I went everywhere with my dad. So that song means a lot to me. It brings up a lot of memories to me. He hits home. He hits home for sure.
So you live in Noonan now, but you're moving to Grantville. So Grantville's not far from us. Well, neither is Noonan really, but Grantville's closer.
Mm-hmm. We get off if we're coming from the northern side, we get off the Grantville exit to come home. We live near Corinth, Paul. I think we've had this discussion before. I've talked to a few people who live close to here, but we live near Corinth on the Heard County end of Corinth, on the Corinth end of Heard County, between Corinth and Powers Crossroads is where we live. So that really narrows it down for you. There's not very many roads that go between Corinth and Powers Crossroads. So that'll narrow it down for you there, Paul.
What were we saying? Oh, Container Homes. Adrian said to look at a Life Contained. The channel Life Contained.
Okay.
All right, Twin Books. Thank you. Good night. We're actually probably fixing to close this down. We've gone a little over an hour. We could go longer, but we don't like to. I don't know if anybody else is going live.
Yeah, Roberts and Bellyacres went live a few minutes ago, and a lot of times Jan will at 9, but she was on with Gail tonight, so I don't think she's going live tonight.
I gotcha. Like Alabama related? What's Darren talking about?
I don't know, some kind of comment that we must have made. Oh, when we're talking about Fran and
No, not that kind of related. No, but his Nana, speaking of Alabama related, she'd be like, I got some double first cousins. I was like,
yeah. What? I said, Nana, don't say that. She said all the she's my double first cousin. Twice around. Don't say that out in public, Nana. Not when I'm around. Don't be telling people that's your double first cousin.
And then get her to explain what a double first cousin was.
Oh yeah, because that really made it sound worse. Because it did sound like there was some Alabama relation in there when she started talking. Well, that was because my dad married, my mom, and then married her sister. And I'm like, well, no. See, that's what I mean. Don't explain that kind of stuff, Nana.
So just so you know, that did happen. But
and Adrian, you're right. You are right. We've gone 2 and 3 hours before, so you are right. There's always somebody live. It was great seeing you. Thanks for stopping by, hon. We look forward to seeing you next Monday, Miss Dree.
So her dad and mom were married. and then the mother passed away. Her mom passed away, and then he married her sister, right? The mom's sister,
Yeah.
which then your nana called her mother, right?
I get a headache every time I try to get into that genealogy.
But still,
I still don't think that tree forked enough times.
the thing is it still doesn't matter because if they're sisters, they're related to the same people.
Jake heading out. Yeah, there he is. All right, Jake. We'll see you later, buddy.
I didn't understand
Appreciate you
the
coming
double
in.
first cousin. I still didn't get it, but I was like, shh. Oh, but this was the best thing. She was like, y'all ought to come to the family reunion. PJ's gonna come. His brother, his PJ, you can meet some girls there.
That's what she used to tell my brother.
He was like, but it's a family reunion.
Yes, I'm glad I didn't have a problem meeting women, as you can tell. A beautiful woman, beautiful wife.
I was like, Nana, that's a family reunion. He doesn't.
The tree is all trunk and no branches. I believe there was. I believe the generations got much closer to our generation before the limbs started spreading out more. Correct, Darren. I believe there was some generations where there were not quite as many branches.
We call them our kids in Texas. Life uncontained.
Our kids. It's nuts. Life Uncontained we'll have to check them out. Of course, then we'll get stuck on watching that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll definitely have to check Life Uncontained out.
We lived in West Virginia too.
Yes. And West Virginia is we lived in West Virginia, and there's a lot of truth to that.
Not everywhere.
Mike and Mike Chill from MB. We're gonna swap stories one day about some of those places in West Virginia where Darren, I don't get scared for anything, Darren. I'm not a person that gets frightened. If it comes time for my time, it's my time. But
he didn't tell me about this till months later.
Yes, but I don't. That's right. See, he's got but usually that entails murder, or if it's time for me to die, it's time for me to die. But there were places in West Virginia where I thought there was going to be bad things done to me before I got run up a stake, inbred. And Mike Childress and I'll get together one day and we'll share our own stories about West Virginia.
It's my favorite place to live.
Wild, wonderful West Virginia. We loved it. But there were places you did not go with, like where the sun didn't make it back in somebody's hollers, and there's a reason you didn't go back there.
We went to the place he's talking about. He stopped to ask directions. The guy was like, "You going there by yourself?"
I should have known right then. I should have known why. I was running a rollback at the time, and I should have known why this load was left at the end of the day. It was only 41 miles from dispatch, and I was low man on totem pole. I should have known. It looked like an easy call. It was an easy pickup. I should have known why it was there. Nobody else wanted it. It was like 2:00 in the afternoon. I could be back by 4. Heck, because I wasn't that far away. 4:30, I'd be back. Straight there and straight. Oh, no. I stopped going up the mountain there trying to get directions, and I showed that I was 18 miles from there, or no, 8 miles from there, 11 miles, somewhere in there. And I asked the guy, he said, you know what? Yes, I said, he said, you going up there by yourself? And it still didn't click, Yeah, I just got to get this car right here by yourself. Okay.
You were young.
Yeah, I was young, dumb, strong, masculine, full of wasn't scared of nothing. I was when I left there. Very scared.
And the person
I stayed backed up against something the whole time I was there.
He said the person he thought he was talking to, there was a man the whole time. Not a woman.
Michael, you and I will have fun, Mr. Childress, talking about West Virginia.
I like that. Once he finally told us the story, after I was scared. I laughed so hard in my life.
I was scared.
I just like made it out there.
I was floating. I had my firearm. I didn't care what I had. There was people coming from everywhere out of the woods.
And they didn't speak English.
They didn't speak a language that I understood. One person did, and that is the man,
About your pretty mouth.
yes, that's the man that ended up being a woman.
Oh no, the one guy did speak English, and he was the
Yeah, he was the one that he was
he liked James,
a lot.
but he wasn't allowed to talk.
But he wasn't allowed to talk to me because he wasn't the leader. I could only talk to the leader, and the leader couldn't speak my language, and I couldn't speak his. And that guy kept trying to get behind me. I was scared out of my mind and doing everything I could to try and not be scared. It was the whole time I lived there, these people from West Virginia that were 10 times tougher than me could not believe I went there by myself. I said, I didn't know.
Why didn't anybody stop you?
I didn't know. It was like that. I swear it was like those people from that movie that came out about the people from Kentucky not too long ago, that series that we like to watch. That's like where I went.
Oh, what was the name of that show? God, I missed that.
Come
show.
on, Lisa, you ought to remember the name of that one. What was the name of that?
The one where they lived off grid and they were all
yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, I was. And I just kept going further to get to these people. I couldn't turn around. There was nowhere to turn. There was no. After I asked that guy, he said, "You going by yourself?" Yeah. After I went about another mile or so, there was nowhere to turn around. This road just kept going and going and going. The side of the rollback was hanging off both sides of the mountain. Now coming the hell out of there, I'm surprised I didn't fall off the mountain. And I'm not exaggerating. It is freaking nuts.
Tell the story about how the vehicle got wrecked to begin with. He had to keep them talking.
Yeah, I had to keep them talking and occupied while I was trying to hook it because they weren't trying to keep me from taking the car. What was it? They were playing chicken. They were playing chicken because they got upset at each other. One of them got upset and they challenged them to it. They challenged each other to it.
Back it up.
Yeah, they challenged each other. This is the leader's car. And they challenged him to. I don't even remember. It had something to do with a game of chicken. And the leader didn't win the game of chicken, and that, from what I can get, that didn't turn out well for the other guy who won. People were coming.
The man he was talking to on the phone showed up, and it was a lady.
Yeah, it was a lady. The man that I was talking to on the phone gave me the directions to get there.
Oh, y'all, I ain't laughed so hard. Every time he tells that story, I laugh.
People just kept and I say that very loosely. I mean, if the we're both gonna need a freaking therapist, Michael, when we start swapping stories. But it was he was waiting for me to back it up. You're not lying. That's why I kept Darren. Do you realize it took me so long to hook up his car? Because in order to hook the vehicle up, I had to expose my hind end. That's why I was on a rollback. I didn't have a snatch truck. It was a rollback.
Did she have a beard or a mustache?
I think both. But people kept coming out of the woods. There was a house that nobody came out of. Well, it was a structure. Nobody come out of there.
He said they just started coming out the woods.
And I was getting
The Hills Have Eyes. No, what's the name of that show?
What was the name of that show that was in Kentucky for? It was like Deliverance. I mean, it's crazy. What the Wrong Turn? I've seen their movie The Wrong Turn. It wasn't far from that. It was freaking nuts. Yeah, sweet. That's right, Darren.
Outsiders. You know?
No, it wasn't Outsiders. Was it?
Yeah, I think. Hold on.
No.
Sure. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If y'all seen the movie The Wrong Turn, if you hadn't seen it, go watch it. But don't watch it by yourself if you live out in the country. If you've never seen the movie The Wrong Turn, don't watch it by yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. The Outsiders is the name of the show. It's not The Outsiders like the movie. It was the show. It was about 2 seasons long. It was really good.
Yeah.
It was one of those that you just couldn't turn away from.
It started getting worse and worse. It started
I
getting
know,
crazier
you
and
can't-
crazier, though. Yeah.
It did start getting weirder and weirder.
Yeah.
Y'all.
The wild and wonderful whites of West Virginia. We love the state. Best favorite place we've ever lived. Who is it, Henry?
All right, I think we're fixing to get off here tonight. Hello, my
Hey, boy.
son.
ATM wouldn't take that 20.
Okay.
You always have a problem with the ATM not taking
Man, me
money.
and that ATM go round and round.
He had to go put money in the ATM for me.
Today I had
We're
to
on
put-
live. We're on live.
Yeah,
Guys.
we can't edit this out, Nathan. Okay.
I had to put each bill in there singly today. It makes me do this every time. You know what it's like?
Didn't I hand you the whole stat? We never have a problem with that ATM, do
That
we?
ATM gives me trouble every time I go.
Oh, Lord help. That's a small town. No, there's one bank in the small town that we live in. It's not one that we do business with, so we have to go to a neighboring town, and the closest place to deposit any money is an ATM's actually close. They have just an ATM on one side of the town that's closest to us, close to where Alan Jackson lived. And Nathan fights for that ATM to deposit money every time. We usually send him up there to do it for us because we don't go to them much anymore. But guys, we certainly appreciate everybody coming in. The good live tonight.
It was.
Very good live. Remember the new series we're starting.
Next week.
So as any of y'all start seeing my email come across, you know what's coming. So don't even try to ignore it. Okay.
Don't ignore it.
No sense in ignoring it. But seriously, again, guys, if we're reaching out to you, it's because y'all have touched us. You've influenced us one way or another, and we're going to talk about that on those shows, which is why we were very excited. And Adrian, she's not on here now. She doesn't even really know why we asked her to come on first. A lot of it does have to do with her schedule, because Adrian is, with what's going on in her life, she'll talk about more of that with her schedule being so up in the air. But she influenced us more than she'll ever know, especially me. I knew her long before Angela did. And we look forward to talking about that Creekside Chat.
Anytime he can help you laugh, Terry, we're down for it. But
wait till we all get together. You two, you and Terry, y'all are going to have to wear diapers. Y'all going to have to wear diapers.
I have problems. I have to get up and pee now.
You're going to have to wear diapers. Well, you got to wear diapers when the four of us get together. That's for sure.
I have to wear pee pads
Yes.
if I'm around people where I laugh a lot. Too much information, people. Been that way since I was a kid, though, and it got worse as I remember having to be sent home from school because I peed myself.
You ain't lying about that, Darren.
Amount of people want to touch you.
Yes, they do. They want to touch somebody outside of their unforking tree. Out of their unforking tree. The unforking tree. Forking.
That tree did not work
At all. No. But guys, we look forward to it. Join us next week. That'll be our first go at it. And then we're gonna like I said, our schedule now, we're looking at doing it every other week and having our normal live like this one every other week, and then having our Creekside Chats every other week. And if we can ever get our internet good, we'll actually do some down by the creek. But with our internet the way it is now,
maybe one day we'll be able to
we get Starlink or whatever. Maybe we'll be able to do it down by the creek and actually have a Creekside Chat by the creek. But until then, thank you guys for coming out, every one of you. We love y'all. You have a good night, and we will see you soon.